Hi, welcome back to NDI Central Live here at NAB 2018, where we are talking everything about NDI Technology. New products with NDI Technology, some new products here at the NewTek booth, and if you're planning on coming to NAB, make sure you stop by the NewTek booth. We're here in the South Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center, and we're webcasting all day today and again all day tomorrow. So one way or another, come on by, check out what's going on here at the NewTek booth and next door at the NDI Central Pavilion as well. Well, our next guest is no stranger to the broadcast industry. Andy Maisner of TV Pro Gear has been putting systems together for how long now? Many years?
Only 40 years.
Only 40 years,
yeah.
Is that all? Well, you do it well.
Yes.
You're still around.
Yeah, thank you.
Andy, tell us about TV Pro Gear.
Well, TV Pro Gear is a system integrator primarily, which means we build, design, install video systems for video trucks, Flypaks. We build television stations and any kind of video infrastructure.
Tell us about Flypaks. Is that a big part of your business these days?
Yes, I mean, I invented the first Flypak in 1978, and not very comparable to the power that's available today.
Yeah.
But our newest Flypaks, we've just completed one with the IP series switcher, and it's being fed by 6 Panasonic studio cameras, UC4000s, and has the ISO Quarter Pro with it, and Spark and Connect. So we're very committed to the NDI. I guess you could call it an ecosystem.
Yeah, infrastructure. How about for your 4K Flypaks? How are you getting a lot of demand for 4K these days?
Yeah, I mean, so I should have mentioned that about 75% of our business is system integration. 25% we actually own video trucks and Flypaks that we rent out with or without crew. So we call that our production services group. And we just did a production using one of the NewTek systems for Avid for their big meeting. We also did 2 remotes for QVC, so quite a bit of demand for high-end systems.
So how are you using NDI in your workflow?
So, well, we're using it. I should probably just talk about a couple projects we're doing with NDI right now. So we are, we just completed building a TV station in St. Kitts in the Caribbean, and that's actually with a TC1. So we're taking them out of the SD analog era into skipping the HD SDI era and going right into NDI workflow. Okay. And it's using a automated playouts system from Axel Technology in Italy for their automated playout. We're also doing a major upgrade at Las Vegas PBS with 2 IP series switchers, and connected to those are also multiple channels of Axel automated playout and APACE systems for archiving, media asset management, and connecting all their editing rooms together. So it's been surprisingly easy to get our vendors like APACE systems to download the SDI kit and become NDI compatible really in just a few days.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What is NDI allowing you to do that you were unable to do before? I mean, how is it affecting what systems you're putting together?
So we do have other engineers on staff besides me, but I'm kind of the lead engineer and kind of led the foray into NDI. And I got to tell you, the craziest thing, doing the CAD, because we're always used to having a need for a big router. I mean, SDI goes one way, right?
Yep.
Down, video goes one way. Of course, with NDI, it's bi-directional. So it kind of means half the number of video cables. But you know, it's hard for any human to let go of their past way of doing things.
That's
so
right.
I would start designing these, go, now, yeah, we got to have a 64 square video router, an audio router, and actually design it that way, and then go, and then start doing the NDI, and I go, wait a minute. I don't need this router
at all.
I can put in a 12 by 12 for the few SDI stuff I have to switch around. So letting go of the past and moving into NDI is been a challenge mentally, but the systems are just a lot more flexible.
That's really fantastic. Talk a little bit about, we'd spoken before about systems that you're putting together for the Navy.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, TV Pro Gear is building, we're just completing our second system for the Navy for aircraft carriers. They're built in Newport News, Virginia, and we build the on-ship TV and radio stations. The second ship, which is the one we're completing, the CVN 79, is the John F. Kennedy. It is still using a TriCaster 8000, but we've just received 2 more aircraft orders from Newport News Shipbuilding. So those will be TC-1s.
Okay. And so I'm just curious, on a ship, how are you distributing that now? I guess you're distributing it over the network on the ship? Is that?
Yeah, it's kind of going to be a big deal when we switch to NDI because, so the TV station is, they actually have a stage, like a 21 by 19 foot stage, and then they have a master control room that's 19 feet wide by 14 feet deep.
On the aircraft carrier?
On the carrier.
Okay.
And they use the systems to shoot, you know, captains or admirals' mission statements, but also they shoot what are called best practices. So let's say a sailor finds a way to service a pump that's better, or he has a problem with a pump. He can make a video, and then that practice is propagated to every ship in the Navy over IP. It gets converted to IP and transmitted, well, secured, of course, so every ship knows how to do it. The third use of this on the ships, which is interesting, with over 5,000 sailors, they actually have rap bands, country bands, rock bands.
They're using it for entertainment then.
Yeah, they make their own videos and talk shows on the ship, and they're available 24/7 through the IP network on the ship. So right now we're having to convert everything from SDI to IP for transmission throughout the ship, but once we switch to NDI on the next ship, which we'll start building in June, then that translation need will be gone.
Fantastic. Now, did you get a chance to hear about the NDI 3.5 improvements that you?
I did get a look-see on it, and it's always good to see new capabilities being added. It'll help. The other thing that's so fascinating is it seems like almost daily a different vendor is becoming NDI compliant. So each one that adds that capability makes our job as a system integrator a lot easier.
Yes, and then the new Studio I/O that allows for 2110 compatibility.
Yes,
so now
that's big.
Connects it all together.
Yeah,
well, very good.
By the way, Panasonic, on the Navy ships, and most of our, we are a dealer for Sony and Hitachi, Ikegami, and Grass Valley. We probably sell more Panasonic cameras than any other brand because of they're good and they're not cheap, but less expensive. But they're really pushing into NDI.
Yeah, they're very committed to NDI.
So our PTZ cameras, we're using both the NewTek ones and the Panasonics that now have NDI native. And the new studio cameras that we bought, the big guns, they are not NDI yet, but it's just a firmware upgrade, and coming in a couple of months. So we're looking forward to being able to build the Flypaks and not need the NC1 conversion units.
Great, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, how can people find TV Pro Gear?
Well, the easiest way is tvprogear.com. That's TV like television, pro like professional, and gear like a gear shift. Okay. And I should mention that we work with lots of schools and churches, but we also work with Bloomberg. We just built 2 Flypaks and trucks for Intel, one for AOL, couple for NBC, so we have a pretty blue chip clientele, but we also do a lot of schools, so we love working with NewTek and making systems for people. Great, and you're also here at NAB in the center area between the halls. We have a large booth outside where all the video trucks and satellite trucks are. We have 3 trucks on display of different types. We also, I should mention, last month opened up a second production facility here in Las Vegas, so we're now in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Well, Andy, thanks for joining us on the show. Thank you for having me on. All right. Check out TV Pro Gear at tvprogear.com.
And stick around, we'll have more coming up after a short break.